So if you are in the Florida state, pretty much at this point, Hurricane Dorian is headed right at us. So at this point, we get into hurricane preparation. There's several things you can do with your boat. Luckily, our situation, we have our friends at Streamline that were generous enough to offer us a spot in the corner of the warehouse to stick it in there. If you have any way to put your boat indoors, that is the best solution. Not everyone has that opportunity, unfortunately. So we're gonna go through a couple of different scenarios today that will hopefully help you for the next storm, the next situation where you have to prepare this way. And hopefully we all learn from it a little bit. So hope you guys enjoy. Leave some comments, some recommendations. There's something we missed, we definitely appreciate the information. So here it goes. This is a situation we're seeing everywhere. There's lines as far as the eye can basically see to be able to fuel up just about anywhere that still has fuel. And we're still about 2-3 days out from the storm. So we got here to San Souci. Couldn't show you much about dropping off our Streamline because honestly it was a full-blown disaster. One thing people do is start freaking out with these storms and they drive like idiots, for lack of a better word. So you have to be on defense and be careful. So we're here at San Souci, like I mentioned. We have 2 Intrepids that we're going to secure for the storm. We're going to show you how Acosta Yacht Group does it so we can learn a little bit, and hopefully you guys can as well. Here with Danny Acosta from Acosta Yacht Group, and we're on this 47 Panacea Intrepid. This is one situation we're going to go through. It's actually housing this in a enclosed warehouse of sorts.
It's a category 5 rated hurricane storage hangar, as they call it, for our boats.
Okay, so this situation we're taking 2 boats over to do that, but I wanted to talk to Danny to see what other scenarios are. What do you guys do? Let's say if you don't have this option available to you, and we can maybe try to get some video to show that as well. It's a little easier to show it than to just speak about it, but what are some tips you can give people if they're leaving their boat in the water or possibly at their home? What can they do to help their chances?
There's certain measures you can take, double tying the boats. If you live in a canal, run lines across to your neighbor's house, try to tie the boat in the middle, remove all canvases, anything loose that might come flying off.
So we decided to come out with Acosta Yacht Group today. I'm here with George, just to show you how you can prepare for a storm as we have now approaching here to Miami. So we jumped on a couple of Intrepids. This is one of the situations where they have a preset spot here at Haulover Marina, which is a Cat 5 rated storage facility, and they're just gonna dry dock them there through the storm. If you don't have access to something like this, we recommend that you use any proper tactic available, whether you have the boat in the water behind your home, whether you have it trailered behind your house. Take off anything that could blow away in the wind. Any cushions, polycarbonate, isinglass, anything that's removable, take it off. It can become a projectile, it can damage your home, your boat's gonna get damaged obviously, so just do away with it. We spend a good amount of time here at Haulover, so you've seen this before, but these guys are well equipped to handle just about any size center console at least, and they have tons of them in here. They go about 6 stories up with that forklift, which is unbelievably impressive. Now we made it over to Snapper Creek Marina. These are private owned boats. Acosta Yacht Group is here taking care of this Hydrosport, an Intrepid, and a Sundancer. So as you can see, basically what they're gonna do is remove all the covers, cushions, everything that's loose, isinglass, and then they're gonna tie it out, put some fenders out, make sure it's floating down the center best possible, and give it the best chance to not get knocked up during this storm. You're basically doubling up the ropes, adding fenders, just stripping the boat from anything that can fly away. That's really what you're doing, huh?
Yeah, all the canvas, all the cushions put away. Try to secure it best as possible.
We were originally going to go over to Coconut Grove to pick up an 80-foot Donzi Sportfish, take it to the Miami River, but as things change, when the pressure starts kicking in here, they actually don't raise those bridges during rush hour, so we had to change course, come over to Snapper Creek and get on some of these center consoles. So what Danny from Acosta Yacht Group is doing, basically they double up all their lines, they're adding a bunch of fenders, they take off the covers, the electronic covers, basically anything loose that could fly away during the storm. And this basin here in particular is pretty protected from the bay. It's quite a bit inland, so it's not a terrible situation to be in if you cannot get your boat out of the water, but you definitely have to take every precaution to protect it, because you can see some serious damage if you don't do this. So it's Friday today, the storm's projected to come around Monday. We're trying to do as much as we can to get ahead of the game and make sure we protect these boats as they should be protected. So this is what the boat looks like and how it lives normally, all covered up, protected from the elements, the sun, the console, leaning post, electronics, cushions up front. Obviously that all has to come off and be put away.
Danny, we want to thank you for letting us ride along today. It was really insightful. We really got to see all 3 forms of boat ownership, from Alan trailering the boat and dealing with the nightmares, what's happening with hurricane prep around Miami, you transporting one of the boats over to storage, and now coming here and securing these boats outdoors. One of the things I'm most impressive about is how early we got out here to doing it. We joked about the level of the storm at this point, but as we just checked the last hurricane advisor, and we'll put it up on the stories, it's getting pretty serious, and it's sitting in a position that's headed right towards us. So to have guys like this that get out here really early, you can see no one else is out here making any effort yet. They're really at the head of the game, and it's the convenience of owning a boat without dealing with the hassles of owning a boat. So Acosta Yacht Group, Danny, thanks again.
Thank you guys.
Hopefully we see you guys again soon.
Definitely will.